What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Heart and Soul.
Hi, guys.
I got Old Faithful here. Melody Wiseman's here. We are actually at Melody's house today. Change of scenery because there are people doing. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I wish the mic was on it. That was my stomach.
Oh, okay.
I just ate.
Okay.
But maybe it's digesting. I don't know. No, we have people working on a closet door at our house, so it would have been loud. And then so we're here at Melody's house.
Here we are.
And we apologize for the delay. Melody had a head cold yesterday.
I did.
And that's not fun to record with.
No, I could not talk.
And it was a holiday weekend, so y'all don't even know what day it is.
No one does.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? We're back with another reality. He like rests his head.
I know.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, which why not?
Seriously.
What are you doing? Levi, her dog, is here and he's resting his head on my.
He's really annoying sometimes.
He's resting his head on my belly.
But he's really sweet. He loves a baby. He knows there's a baby in there.
Dogs know.
They do.
Also, Will's is starting to know. He not in like a cute way.
Oh.
Well, like he's obviously cute where I'll be like, can you kiss the baby? And he'll kiss like mommy's belly. And like we have this like lovey. He sleeps with a bunny every night, and we got a pink one for baby sister. Yeah. This is fine. I don't mind him touching me.
Okay, you're gonna have to pet him the whole time though.
That's okay. I have nowhere to be.
Okay, terrific.
Anyways, but at night he's like such a good sleeper at night and at nap, but at nighttime now he's like revolting, like temper tantrums that sound like panic attacks. Like we'll go into his bedroom and he's like, no. And then he'll be like, mommy, rock me in chair.
Is he dreaming?
No, he hasn't won. No, it's like before he goes to sleep. It's like when we're doing wind down time, like read books and like, which he's usually so chill, like so easy. He's so easy at sleeping. We've been so lucky to have a good sleeper. But not right now. And so he'll be like, mommy, rock me in chair, which I think means like, so I haven't rocked him in forever because he's like such a boy now. Yeah. He's not a baby anymore.
Right.
And so I think he like knows because we moved the chair to baby sister's room. So I think he knows that like a baby's coming and he wants to remain the baby. Yeah. Am I being too deep about this?
No, I think that makes sense.
So he's like making me go to the chair in the other room and rock him like I used to rock him. Yeah. But then he'll like panic when we bring him out of the chair and back into his room.
But you guys would sit in the chair sometimes and read him books, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's like, where are you going with my chair that you read to me on? I know. And this is the chair that's always been here. This is my chair.
I know it's kind of sad. I feel bad for him, but I also like can't have this continue. We have a babysitter coming, or we were supposed to get a babysitter for a birthday dinner on Friday night. But I was like, I think I'm just gonna have to show up late and have the babysitter come after I put him down. Absolutely. Just like literally sit at the house.
Absolutely.
Because this is terrible. I can't put a babysitter through this. Oh, and I don't think he would sleep. He did go to sleep today pretty well for his nap, but
maybe
we'll
it's just a phase.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. I'm better now.
Better now?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about all things reality TV today.
Yes.
I really don't think this is such a cute bandana.
Thanks. He just got that.
That's so cute, Levi.
It's got flowers for the summertime.
Yeah. I really don't think there's like anything else to discuss, honestly, besides like Vanderpump Rules.
Yep.
The Valley. Mm-hmm. I'm not watching Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh. I never did. It would be one of those things where I would just start, you know?
Yeah, and you can't be doing that.
I know.
Can't keep doing that.
My toxic trait with reality television is like, I'll see something that's like popular and I'll just start from that season. I don't go back and like watch the history of it. I just learn as I go, like context clues. Yeah. And so like did it with Vanderpump, only started watching because that Scandival stuff was released. So I was like, I'm going to watch season 10.
That was major.
I get that.
But I did start from the beginning.
Yeah. I didn't watch Summer House until this season just because I heard Lindsay and Carl broke up. Did I know who Lindsay and Carl were?
Not a clue.
No. But it sounded juicy.
I think you could probably talk a little bit about Summer House if you wanted to, and I could talk a little bit about New Jersey, but honestly, if we just skip it too, it's fine.
Yeah, I think we have plenty to say for Vanderpump and for the Valley.
I think so too.
And then like, is there anything else going on in pop culture right now? Like nothing huge, right?
Kardashian started. Did you
Kardashian
watch?
started. I haven't watched the first episode yet. Now that I have watched since the beginning.
Yes. I
haven't watched yet. I heard it was like her baby shower and things like that.
Baby shower was good to hear about her pregnancy and
yeah,
it was cute.
Okay, well then let's start with, what do you want to start with? Vanderpump or Valley?
Valley.
Okay. Let's do okay, let's start.
So I actually just started. Yeah, I just started the Valley. And now
Melody texted me last week and was like, I'm gonna catch up on the Valley by next week.
Yeah.
Like as in I haven't started.
Yeah. I hadn't started it. And I'll be honest, I didn't start it because I can't stand Jax Taylor.
Yeah, he's the worst.
He's really the worst. And I just feel so bad for Brittany. And I feel so bad for all of their friends around them. And it's really, really awkward. I would not know what to do, how to handle that.
He's just not a good person.
No.
Like, and I think his history has shown that he's not changing. Like he is who he is. And so it kind of makes me question why, Brittany, why did you even get with him in the first place? Yeah. I know it's like classic female energy to be like, I can fix him. No, really, I can.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
No, really, I can.
No, really, I can. But he's just the same.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't gotten better.
No, he hasn't. But hearing that she left him, I was like, okay, I can watch this show.
Yeah.
Because there's hope at the end of this crazy tunnel that she's escaped it all.
Totally.
So I just didn't want to watch somebody go through being gaslit and being torn down mentally and told that, or she just doesn't feel pretty anymore. Like I just hate that. I hate that for her. And so I just didn't want to watch that if I knew that nothing was gonna change.
Right.
And I'm just watching chaos.
But once
it just makes me sad. It made me more sad than it was reality craziness that you can disconnect from the world by watching. This was a different type of
real.
It felt really real and really sad, and just I felt like,
well, I think when there's kids involved and it's like a marriage, it's like a whole different ballgame. And that's what the Valley is. Like the Valley is about couples, mostly couples who have children.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
What's your take on everyone just living in the Valley when they have kids?
Well, I guess it's cheaper. That's what I've heard. So it's like less expensive than like the Hollywood area. I don't know anything about LA, but I heard it's less expensive than like where you would live when you were single.
Yeah, because there's more space in the Valley, so you get more bang for your buck.
Yes, more bang for your buck, and you need more room now that you have a family.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess I was wondering why people did that.
Yeah.
And I guess having a baby is very expensive, so
it ain't cheap.
Yeah, when you're thinking about space and just having enough.
We should just have them move to Wilmington.
Oh, do we want them here?
No, we don't want them here.
We take it back.
Don't move here. Don't listen.
But I feel like I would not want to move away from all the fun, exciting things that are happening in West Hollywood and LA. Like if that's where you've been living your life and going to all your different.
How far is everything from that?
I mean,
LA is kind of spread out.
It is pretty spread out. Like I don't know why I want to say 30 to 45 minutes.
That would check out in my mind. You could say that and I would believe you.
Thanks. Let's say it.
I think also your priorities change though. Like how you live your life changes once you have a kid. Like just on a, I mean, you don't lose friends. Well, you kind of do.
Yeah, you might lose friends. You make new ones that are in a phase of life with you.
It's not that you lose friends. It's just that your friendship will look different until, I don't know, maybe they're in the same season as you.
Yeah.
It's just like when I was like the last single friend and like when all my friends were married, like I had to get new friends.
Right.
Not that they weren't my friends anymore.
No,
but they're like their husbands.
You're like, how am I going to meet somebody new, somebody single when I'm just hanging out with my married people?
Yeah, I gotta find some singles.
Get it.
Yeah. So I guess maybe like their priorities shifted from like West Hollywood living it up at the bars to like we have children now.
I know. And it doesn't really like help my point because the people that did stay or like in West Hollywood is Michelle and Jesse.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They were the ones that were like, why do you have to move to the Valley? Like, you just stay here. But he seems like he makes a lot of money.
He does.
I don't know what he does.
They're in real estate.
Oh, he's in real estate. Okay.
They like do
Oh yeah,
luxury
she is
real
also.
estate.
Yeah.
They're a real estate team.
I forgot about that.
I
That's kind of awkward. Are they still a team?
I was literally thinking this last night.
Yeah. Like, did they stay in business?
I think they stayed in
together?
business together.
That's bizarre.
But if you think about it, I wonder if like the majority of their marriage from the last few years has just been business.
Strictly business and just lost all love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
so there's multiple couples on the Valley for those of you who don't watch. And I'm surprised you're still listening to this podcast, but we'll fill you in. There's five couples, including Luke and Kristen.
Yeah.
So there's Luke and Kristen, who are not married, but they want to have a baby. There's Janet and Jason, who are married and pregnant. And I like them as a couple.
I like them.
I like him a lot. There's Danny and Nia, who are married with 3 kids under the age of 2 because they had a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old, and then they got pregnant, and that pregnancy resulted in twins.
Crazy.
So
I can't imagine.
I literally
like them breaking down anytime they cry. I'm like, yeah, let it out.
Cry.
Yeah. How are you not crying all the time?
I would be so miserable. And I love being a mom, but that's a lot.
That's a lot. I'm sorry.
One
if I'm
kid
clearing
is a
my
lot.
throat a lot, guys. I am still not 100% well, but I'm trying to move the mic every time.
This is authenticity, and she had a thing going in her head cold situation. And so she's got to clear it out. And then there's Jax and Brittany, who were previously on Vanderpump Rules. Jax and Brittany are married with 1 child. And then there's Jesse and Michelle. Jesse and Michelle are married with 1 child as well, but they are already legally divorced,
which is wild.
And also Jax and Brittany are also separated.
Yes, they're separated,
but heading towards divorce.
Yes.
It's not looking good.
No. Does Jax have a girlfriend?
Okay, so news came out this week that Jax now
was
spotted with like a model.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it's his girlfriend.
So it's kind of like, all right,
it's
done. Getting divorced.
Yeah, you're not crying if you have a girlfriend.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And then
but they're all coming back for season whatever.
2.
Thank you. It's only been 1.
Yeah, that's right. It feels like a century.
It feels
all
like
the things that have happened. And
so it's going to be interesting next season because 2 of the couples are already broken up and they're all coming back, which is going to be fascinating. But anyways, what are your thoughts on the Valley?
I think that it is hectic and I love it.
It's so entertaining.
I think it's been a lot of fun, and I didn't know how I would relate to all these people because they do have kids and I don't. And I just didn't know what the dynamic was going to be, what this show is going to really be about. And my goodness, every single episode there is drama. It's like every episode too. A friend of mine was saying she had watched maybe a couple episodes ago that episode. She thought that was the end of the show.
Yeah, because it's so dramatic.
Because literally every episode ends like a finale would end.
Yeah.
Like it's so dramatic.
Yeah.
And so I love it. I think that it's a weird mixture of people.
Right.
Like, I don't know how they all are really friends because they all seem so different.
I think the connector.
But they actually are friends.
Yeah, the connector is Jax, obviously. Yeah. And because he's like, well, he calls himself a producer of the show. I don't think he's a producer of the show. He calls himself a lot of things that he's not. But I think he brought this crew together of like people who are interesting, who had kids that were in his life. But it seems like, they are all... They know each other. They knew each other before. Like they were friends. They'd hung out in social settings before. But okay. So basically we're on episode 9, 10. I don't know.
10 or 11.
And this last two or 3 episodes, they've been on a like group trip for a baby moon of one of the couples. He like won't let me let go.
No, he won't.
I will hold you. I will touch you. It's like Will's.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Will's at night. He's like, well, I'm rocking chair.
Levi's like, rock me.
So they're all on this like trip to Big Bear. And they're doing Big Bear?
Big Bear.
Is that what it's called?
Big Bear. Yeah.
Did I say Big Bend earlier?
No. I actually don't know.
Okay, I might have said Big Bend. It's Big Bear.
Big Bear.
And it's like a baby moon for one of the couples, and then drama, all HE double hockey sticks breaks loose.
It's crazy.
Like Jax freaks out on Brittany because Brittany, he thinks that she got car sick. So she has like a stomach ache. Yeah. And he literally freaks out on her and in public, like in front of all of the friends while
It's
she's
so
in the
awful.
bedroom
It's
is
so
like
awful.
talking crap about
He
his
has
wife.
zero empathy for her. And I'm like, if
Zero
this girl-
respect.
zero respect.
Like, think
It's
about
bad.
it. Think about it. I'm sure you and Mikey have like showed up to Michael and I have showed up to like a birthday dinner where like maybe we got in a tiff that day.
Yeah.
And we're like not really like on good terms.
Yeah.
But we're not dishing it out in front of
No.
our friends.
No, heck no.
That's just like a
Like, you just-
respect thing.
It's just a respect thing for everyone. You don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. And it's like, let's
and
just
your
not
and for your partner.
air out. Yeah, it's not air out everyone's dirty laundry to each other. Or,
Yeah, and I
sorry,
don't think that
each
makes
other's
it
dirty laundry to everyone.
I don't think that makes it inauthentic either.
I don't think so either.
I think that
this is
makes
gonna-
it respectable
I
as a
think-
marriage.
I think this is going to kind of carry over into Vanderpump.
for sure. Yeah, I've got Vanderpump.
I've got thoughts.
I have so
And
many thoughts.
that's like a big thing
it's
of what I feel.
I have a lot of
So,
thoughts.
I can't wait.
I wonder if we're on the same page. We did not talk about anything before.
we didn't, and we both alluded that we both
have
might
hot-
disagree with each
We
other.
might disagree, so it's
but
gonna be
maybe we agree with each other then.
but maybe maybe we end up agreeing. So anyways, Jax is just like horrible to Brittany, accusing her of drinking too much when really she just got car sick. And
so bad.
he's just the way he speaks to and about his wife is to me done.
Done. No reason for divorce.
Irreparable.
No, there's no coming back. From that.
Irreconcilable
It was
differences.
really sad hearing her talk about the things that she wanted him to work on in their marriage.
simple things.
Simple things. And she quoted, I quote, "Be kind to me."
Yeah.
What?
One of the
That
things
is what
is
you have to
one of the
ask
things
for?
was be kind. Another one was go to therapy
Yes.
with me.
Right.
And another one was like have sex with me.
Yeah.
Like he won't
He
even
won't go
be
near
intimate with
her.
her.
That
That was
poor
just
thing thinks
so-
she's like untouchable.
Yeah, she just feels undesired in a marriage,
that's
like
the
not
word.
only physically but emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's so awful. I feel so bad for. That's why I knew this had been going on for a really long time. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it, but I am just like so elated. Is that
she
the word?
left him.
That she left him when he is constantly going, she'll never leave me.
No,
She'll
literally-
literally never leave me. She's not leaving me. She would never do that. Yada, yada, yada. He's like, she doesn't believe in divorce. We don't believe in divorce. Boom. Here we are where you reap what you sow. You've been a terrible person.
Okay, so were you kind of like smiling ear to ear when he was saying that in this episode from last night?
And Jesse was like, I think that it's a lot more worse for Brittany than you think.
Yeah, because he was like, she's never
Yeah,
gonna leave me.
no, she'll never leave me.
And it's like, also, why would you? And Jesse kind of said this, like, why do you want to be unhappy? Or not Jesse, Jason was like,
Yeah.
why would you want to be unhappy?
Yeah, why would you want to be unhappy?
Like,
in a
because
marriage?
you clearly don't love
You're not
her.
happy either. Yeah, why are you gonna just stick together? Like, what are you proving?
Yeah, just that you won't get divorced.
Right.
That doesn't prove anything. And it doesn't prove anything to your children either. Your children are just going to see an unhappy couple,
Exactly.
unhappy parent.
And that leads to Michelle and Jesse,
Michelle and Jesse.
and hence why they are also now fully divorced.
Fully
with-
divorced.
With
Significant others.
new girlfriend and boyfriend. And they said, they're like, are we going to stay in a marriage where our kid is just going to see two people unhappy and display a marriage that's unhealthy to her? Or
It's like
can we
n-
co-parent well and
Right.
show her that you can be friends, like what a friendship can maybe look like?
That your mom and dad can get along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think they made the right decision.
I think they absolutely did.
Michelle
Oh my gosh.
hates him. She hates that man. When he said, what do you want me to change? And he said,
Oh my
your,
gosh.
and she said, your entire personality. I was like,
It was awful. So she wanted him to change his entire personality, and she also said that she's not attracted to him at all.
At all.
So literally, there's
nothing.
zero.
She
Zero.
said, your entire
Entire
personality. There's not one redeemable thing about you that I like right now.
Awful.
If I'm him, I'm like, okay, leave. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
with someone who just hates me.
That's so awful.
And I don't love Jesse, but like, I kind of felt bad
I-
for him in that. I'm like, she's
the fact that he still tried
he's
to do
still trying.
something.
He like went to ayahuasca.
I don't know. I really like both of them separately as people.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're
I think Michelle's kind of like a square right now.
Yeah,
I think she's
she's a
kind
bit
of
of a square.
boring.
I think that she's kind of felt awkward though.
Yeah.
Like not really knowing what to do.
Right.
You know, it's
I
like,
think
do
she's
I
definitely
show
yeah.
how unhappy I really am, or do I try to hold it all together? So I'm hopeful that next season we can really see like a Michelle who's letting it all go.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to watch how they co-parent next season.
Yeah, I'm curious who their significant others are too.
Right. And they'll bring them on the show.
For sure.
These people are shameless.
For sure.
Shameless. That model girl's going to be on the show. She's probably already filming.
Oh my gosh, with Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what her name is?
Paige something?
Paige. Not Paige from.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No,
Paige
Paige is
something. Okay.
Paige from
we'll see.
Summer House.
No, she's
is
gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Everything to me.
She's everything to me too. And I
She's
don't even
my
watch
favorite
Summer
reality
House, but I
TV
follow her.
person ever.
Yeah, she's incredible. But I
What
don't
else?
really know what else to say about it. It's crazy, and
It's all about
I
to come to a
love.
head.
My favorite thing is just I second Janet's fantasy, that hot dog costume.
That was a funny theme
That was
night.
a funny theme night. I love that they didn't just make it sexual.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I love that Nia
wanted to be ranch dressing.
Yes, love that too.
So basically, they had this like couples dinner, and like the theme was fantasy. So you dress as your partner's fantasy, which you would think would be sexual, but like Janet's pregnant, and her biggest pregnancy craving is hot dogs. So like her husband dressed up as a hot dog.
It was
like,
and
and
then
then
incredible. And I'm like, I'm not even pregnant. My fantasy is a hot dog. I love a hot dog.
yeah. And then like I guess Jax loves hockey, so Brittany dressed up as like one of those ice bunnies,
Yeah.
like or whatever. It was funny.
It was great.
They did it. They made it really cute.
And he wore stilts.
He wore stilts.
He was an NBA player.
because she wanted him to be taller and athletic.
Love that.
That was
Love
funny.
that dig.
Yeah, I think that it's all going to come to a head next week, where I
Oof.
think that both Brittany and, I mean, it looks like Brittany leaves from the preview.
It does.
And so I think both Brittany and Jax are going to break up, and then
There's
Jesse.
some really, really bad things that are happening online too about Jason, or not Jason, about Sean. Is that his name? Who's on the show?
Who are you talking about?
The friend of Kristen.
Oh, Zach.
Zach. Gosh.
Sean?
Sean? Sean? I don't know. Zach, what he said about Janet's unborn baby.
He said something about her unborn baby.
I think this happened right after filming had ended, that he basically wished like death upon her unborn baby.
Well, then he's dead to me.
No, and I think he's probably said some words to maybe about, or I don't know
Janet
what it has
hates
to do,
him.
but I know that Jason freaks out on him
As he should.
in one of the trailers, and I was like, that's weird. He's calm, cool, and collected, but he did say something about like, don't speak about my wife that way or something. So there's some bad stuff, and I don't know how they're all gonna actually film together this summer with that being said.
I think they're picking up filming though.
Yeah,
this
they are.
summer. Vanderpump's on pause, but
Yeah, their Valley is green light,
green light go.
and we're happy about that.
We're happy. We need something.
We want to see it all. But they also said, Nia and Danny said this on a podcast. They said, sorry, my dog's freaking out. It makes me lose my train of thought. Said that they picked up the cameras for both separations. So
Yeah.
for
They had
for
to.
Jax and Brittany, obviously, Jax probably called them, was like, whoa, she's freaking out.
Right.
Come watch this.
Right.
Because he literally can't do anything off a TV screen. And then they picked it up for Michelle and Jesse too. So we'll be able to see everything, which, you know, it's kind of like messed up that I'm like enjoyment out of other people's. Like,
Yeah. But that's why we watch these shows.
oh,
It's an escape from our reality.
I know. It just, Brittany and Jax, it just takes it a little too far for me sometimes.
It's honestly kind of like insane to think that people, and sad to think that
Sad.
people actually live like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
and I bet it's more common than we think. I think we just are surrounded by people who are like who one are very healthy people,
Mhm.
and two are in healthy relationships,
For sure.
that we rarely like see this type of interaction between a man and a woman, or a husband and wife.
Yeah. So we find it just so entertaining and fascinating.
It's insane to me that people
Act this way.
act this way. and like choose to be with people who are like this. Like, it's just wild. And it's really sad because it's like a self-esteem thing. It's like there's so many deeper issues to it, but we watch it.
We watch it.
We're entertained by it.
We are.
Okay. Vanderpump.
Okay.
So Vanderpump Rules ends, and the way that it ends is they are at this like event where Sheena's performing, and Kyle Chan's event.
Yes,
Kyle Chan, who
I'm like thinking real hard about. I'm like envisioning this scene.
Yes,
play out.
So the way that they end the show or the series. Not the series, sorry, the season is it's the end of this event, and they're really trying to have a moment where Tom has like a conversation with Ariana that's like redemptive for him. Right. You can tell that it's very producer manipulated, where they're like, we need to have y'all have a conversation because you haven't talked all season, and like he hasn't apologized. And so Ariana's like, I'm not doing that because he's had countless times to apologize to me. We live under the same roof, and he's never apologized. And so I'm not doing this to like mold a little story, a redemption arc for this man who screwed me over. So no, I'm not filming that. I'm leaving. Yeah. I'm leaving the party early.
Bye.
I would have done the same thing.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I don't know if I would have been smart enough.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I would have known.
I think she was brilliant.
What was happening. Yeah, she is brilliant for knowing that. And I think like after they watch the scene, he proves everything.
Oh, for sure.
That was what was happening.
So they film this, and like while she's walking out of the season, out of the season. Well, yeah, out of the season.
Out of the season.
Yeah.
Everyone's
while she's walking out of this party, knowing it's the last season or the last episode, everyone's freaking out. Like LaLa is like, I can't believe that I've never seen someone get broken up with, and she acts like she's God. She acts like she's Beyonce, and so LaLa's unhinged, and then Tom like flips. He was just about to apologize. Tom Sandoval. He was just about to apologize to Ariana,
quote unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know what he was going to do. Yeah. That was the scene set up.
Yeah, he wanted to apologize, technically.
After, quote unquote, wanting to apologize, he freaks out about her. Yeah. Saying that she hates all of them and she's lazy and like just talking mad smack about this girl that he was just going to like build a bridge with.
Right. Like, yeah.
What? Are you okay?
Burn the imaginary bridge to the ground.
Yeah, it's all burnt.
Yeah.
And then Sheena's kind of in the mix too, but she's more so just like crying. She just cries all the time.
She's upset that she's stuck in the middle of all of this. Yes. She's stuck in the middle of LaLa and Tom and Ariana, all of it.
Yeah. So that's how the season ends. Yeah. But then the way that they ended it after that, they did like flashbacks to all these seasons before of them growing up together, being on camera, showing their lives, their whole lives to
It's a little heartfelt.
It was heartfelt. Yeah. I got emotional. I didn't even watch those seasons. I was like, I've never seen this, but this is good.
Yeah. Go watch.
So it made it seem as if it could be set up either way of like a series finale or a season finale.
For sure.
Do you think so? Like they can cut it off here.
Oh yeah, they could cut it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Even just like the reunion in general, like everything about it, heart tug at the heartstrings, like everything felt final. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Yeah. But so there's three reunions. We just finished the last reunion last night.
Yep.
So let's dive through the reunions, and I think we should go maybe like character by character.
Okay.
Even though they're real people.
Who do we start with? Brock?
Yeah, start with the bottom.
Okay, Brock. What do we have to say? I think he did fabulous.
He did great.
He did a great. He was really he was kind of the peanut gallery, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't peanut gallery chiming in and making no sense. Like he actually chimed in like to Tom and was like, you ruined this woman. Yeah. Katie, you destroyed your marriage.
And for once he wasn't meddling to meddle.
No,
and like
it was like it was very to the person. Like, I'm talking directly to you. I'm not trying to talk up in front of everyone and prove my point. I liked it. I think he did a great job.
Stand up job. Okay, next. Let's go to, do we want to say anything about like Joe?
No.
I think the Joe storyline was just so pointless.
Stupid. I think it was so stupid.
And I'm over it. Like,
yeah, I'm over it.
And I feel bad that she's kind of been like bullied, but on the other, and that's that, like, end of sentence. However, she's
But-
not helping her case by like going on Amazon Lives and like
No,
airing out all this
exactly.
dirty laundry about everyone. It's like,
if you
hey,
can't dish it out, don't take it.
don't
Like
take it.
she's been going out and doing all this stuff.
press.
But then it's like, then there's a little bit of critique from an ex-wife when you were then like, I don't know, the timelines cross over. Like you could see how she was upset. She didn't want to talk to you. Like you can understand why someone doesn't want to be your best friend now.
yeah,
Like I just think the expectations should have been way lower
I
on her
agree.
part. So I think that she's just being dramatic for dramatic
Screen time.
Yeah.
And I think that Tom did lead her on, but for LaLa to use terms like he gaslit
No.
you and all, like LaLa, we'll get to LaLa,
Mm,
but calm down.
calm down. No,
You
I
need
think
to
that
calm
Tom.
down.
Yeah, Tom probably did, but like he was only 2. He like whatever. So you have a little fling.
He led her on in the sense that like he obviously told her he loved her and like all that stupid stuff, but he also told her he didn't want to be with her.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're a woman and you're hearing he does not want to be with me, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna
Believe it.
Yeah, believe it.
Yeah.
But
Believe it.
there is a lesson for all of you. If you are a woman, which you are if you're watching this show, and someone says they don't want to be with you right now or ever,
Believe it.
believe it. If they don't want to be with you right now, they don't want to be with you ever.
It's true.
That's real.
That's real.
Because people are like, oh, now's just like not the right time.
No.
I've used this excuse.
We've
We've all broken up with someone and been like,
done that. It's not
I'm just
you,
not in a
it's
good
me.
place. It's not you, it's me. But like, it is you and it
Yeah.
is me, and we're not right together.
And we're not. Yeah.
So, Joe, get the picture. Okay.
Okay.
James and Allie,
Love them.
love them together.
I love James. I think he did a stand-up job. I think that he's grown so much.
He had a
I
really
really,
great
really love
season.
him. You know what I loved the most too at the very end when he, at the end of every reunion, James' shtick is that he promotes what he's doing, whether he
Mhm.
has a new album or whether he's got something going on, whatever it is. And it's usually nothing crazy, but he's just like, here I am out here doing my thing. And and everyone pokes a little fun, and so does Andy. He's like, all right, you're promoting yourself, but it's all coming to a close, and James is just sitting back chilling, and here comes Andy with the promo for James that he has a residency in Vegas for his show, and James is like, oh yeah, I do, like didn't expect it. I really think that even shows
Yeah.
like some growth. And so I thought that was really cool for him to finally have like that moment where somebody else promotes him for it and is like very excited for him. Yeah.
He did have one like freak out moment that like seemed very random to me on Tom, where I was like,
yeah, he just
"Whoa."
like freaked out.
But I think it's just because James loves to throw out disses.
I think so
and he's
too.
really funny with
He
them.
is.
But it's like, where did that come? Like it
Mhm.
was so random.
It was very
And he
random.
like reeled it back in, and he was like,
and then he
whatever.
was fine. He was like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, I thought James did a great job. I love him and Allie together.
So do I. I hope that they last.
Me too. I hope that they last.
I hope that Allie hopefully wants kids one day.
Me too.
So that they can stay together, or James just changes his mind about having kids one day, because
I think that
he's a
Allie's
DJ.
gonna want kids. She's just young. She's like 28. She's like, I don't want kids yet.
That's so true. I hope that it works out.
Okay. So next up, let's go to maybe let's go to some dynamics. Schwartz and Katie.
Oh yeah,
I loved their dynamics this season. I love that they're like becoming friends again, and I really loved that moment between them at the reunion this last episode,
Mm-hmm. Me too.
where they got kind of teary eyed.
They did, yeah.
Because it did seem like, because basically Andy was like, "Do you ever regret leaving him or leaving Katie or y'all breaking up?" And he's like, "No, like I think we made the right decision in separating, but like I love her.
Yeah,
she's my girl."
Yeah.
It was really,
I thought that was really sweet.
It was really sweet. And for her to be like, reciprocate that and them have like a little teary moment that felt really genuine. I was like, oh my gosh, that's really precious.
I liked them seeing their last moments too on when they were playing the scene, and they were showing them like their young relationship and them getting married and all this stuff. And they both were tearing up watching all of those like flashbacks. And then at the end, Andy kind of commenting like, I love that you guys are sending memes to each other. And Katie's like, yeah, I haven't gotten many memes lately, and like kind of, bugging for him to reach out to her more. And she's like, I can't wait to meet your girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
just poking fun in a really
Healthy,
nice, healthy, lighthearted way. Yeah.
So
I love that.
I loved that too.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Katie and LaLa
Yeah.
from the like first and second part of the
for
reunion?
sure.
So basically, LaLa
goes off on.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go off with my hot take right now.
Okay.
I'm not Team LaLa.
I'm not Team LaLa either.
I honestly could not stand her. This whole, not even the season, whatever.
Yeah.
This reunion. I was like, you need to lock it up.
She looked like a fairy princess. I thought she was beautiful in her pregnancy dress, and she looks glowing.
She looks amazing. She always looks good.
She does always look good.
She needs to shut up. She needs to stop talking.
Look good.
She has an opinion on everything that doesn't have to do with her. And she's so loud. Like her personality is so overtaking that like no one can get a word in whenever she has an opinion, even if it's a situation that's not about you.
I know. And so there's two things. There's one part that I agree with LaLa and one part that I don't agree with LaLa.
Okay.
So the part that I agree with is when she made the comments about, she brought it back to the season when she was on Skype and she, came out with the whole Rand thing, him cheating on her, all of this stuff. And everyone was not supportive. And everyone was like, should have known, like, should have, he's done it before. And, even Lisa saying, get him how you lose him, or lose him how you get him.
Lose him how you get him.
Lose him how you get him. And it was just pretty cutthroat. It wasn't like, we're going to rally around you. And like, yeah, you saw this person as the love of your life. And so you didn't want to see that it was possible he could do something like that to you. Tom has cheated before too. Why didn't they say that to Ariana? And they really rallied around Ariana and like didn't say one negative thing. It was like, if you said one negative thing about Ariana, you are going to get your head chopped off.
Yeah.
Like it was very
different.
It was very two-faced, or like it didn't make sense why they were treating Ariana's situation different than LaLa's situation. And like there was zero support from anybody to LaLa.
Yeah.
And
see,
so
I
like,
didn't watch that, so I don't know.
Exactly. But so
you're like, exactly.
You it's okay. But it's okay. And they kind of flash back to a little bit of it, but I can see where her frustration was in that. And that's where she means like that it's just not fair. Like why did I not get the support that I needed from all of you? And then this happens to someone else, and all of a sudden it's like, the world against Tom.
Do you think that the dynamic was different because both Tom and Ariana are like main characters on the show?
No.
Like, because Randall wasn't on the show, was he?
He wasn't on the show. He was on the show a couple times. He was definitely on the show, like a few scenes, and he's talking in these scenes, and he's there, and they have their kid, and so it's just like he's definitely on the show, but it was so short-lived that he wasn't on it multiple seasons, and that you really knew him really well. But the guys hung out with him. Like it definitely wasn't like, and LaLa was a major character at that point. And so I do think that it was
not fair,
like the way that they were treated her.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I have also though seen clips of her saying things in the past that contradict what she said at the reunion.
What did she say?
Like her being like, I'm not going to expose that on camera, or I'm not going to share this on camera.
Oh, and that's
like
the thing is,
her whole point at the reunion was like,
you should
this
share
is our
everything.
job. You share everything on camera.
Which I'm like, does she really believe that? Because of the things that she said in the past. Because
exactly,
you shouldn't have to share everything. It's kind of like goes back to Nia and Danny when they have this little tiff at dinner, and it's just so hilarious that like literally the tiff is him, saying a cuss word, but he doesn't say it at her, but he's he's drunk.
He's drunk.
It's like, whatever. And it's like the first time he's gotten drunk this entire season.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're like perfection. But, you know, she's like, listen, we're going to have this conversation off camera because that's like, we need to protect ourselves, our marriage. And also, this isn't like anything that they need to sit here and listen to and then other people chime in and make it worse.
Yeah.
And that's just healthy communication. And yeah, maybe that's not like, oh,
but is it inauthentic if they're saying
No.
we need to have this off camera?
I don't think
I
so.
think that's breaking the
I think-
fourth wall. I
yeah.
think that's making the watchers or the viewers, the viewers realize that like these are real people
These
too.
are people that have like a real
feelings.
relationship and are actually trying to work on their marriage.
Like
and
to me,
keep
that was
things
more
kosher.
authentic
Yes.
than like Jack's freaking out in the kitchen about
Yeah.
Brittany. Because
Yeah.
like that to me felt like a little more performative.
Right.
And so back to Vanderpump, like with LaLa, there's just been so many. I don't know if it's my algorithm or what, because I'm like so anti LaLa after this reunion,
Yeah.
but it's like all these TikToks and reels of like her saying things in the past that totally contradict what she's saying in this reunion. And in the reunion, she doubles down.
Yes.
Like it is her only argument and she's going to argue it until the lights go off.
It's insane. And I'm like, I don't think that you should be sharing everything. And this is where I get to with LaLa and Katie.
Yeah.
So there comes a point where Katie or LaLa gets angry because Katie at some point shared with LaLa her frustrations with opening up the sandwich shop with Ariana. Katie shared frustrations with Ariana because she, you know, went off to do all of her different opportunities with Dancing with the Stars and things like that.
Which like you would vent to your friends too.
Exactly.
And it wasn't even like she was talking bad about Ariana. She was just
having a little vent sesh. And guess what? I'm sure at some point, and this is where it's annoying because like LaLa thinks, oh, because you made that comment to me, that's how you think indefinitely. It's like, no, maybe now she's had a conversation after you. She's had a conversation with Ariana. She's got it off her chest and her mind has changed now. And she's okay with. Exactly. And it's
she said she did.
And she said she did that. And so it's
even
like
Ariana was like,
so I don't need to
talked about this.
Yeah. So I don't need to go on TV and express right now in the moment that I'm angry with Ariana. And then I'm going to go talk to Ariana and then I'm going to get over it. It's like
you're setting up scenes to me that's inauthentic.
Exactly. Agreed. It's like, why would I wait to do all of that stuff just on camera? And that's where Ariana is saying, like, if you're only doing things on camera, are you living an authentic life?
Yeah.
And so it's like, just live your life. And whether you would do it off camera or on camera, if you just do it, then that just is what it is.
They can't time everything.
Authentic.
They can't time every emotion to like when cameras are rolling.
And when LaLa says that Ariana and Tom did not show their authentic relationship, I think that is false. I think that Ariana was ride or die for Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really do. And I think they were a couple that, like Nia and Danny, would have conversations
behind the scenes
to protect their relationship. And yeah, not everything was perfect all the time, but there was stuff that you keep to yourself because it's your personal relationship. And like they shared other parts of them, but it's just, I don't think that there's like a hard line that, you know, X amount of your relationship should be on camera, X shouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's just not an easy, it's a blurry line. Like you choose what you can and what you want for the protection of your relationship.
Right. And like just going back to Ariana, when it comes to like authenticity, I think she was her most authentic self by one, she showed up to everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for LaLa to be like, she's not filming, she's not this. She was at every event with Tom.
Exactly.
Which you refused to do anything with Randall.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let anyone say his name.
Yep.
Like you had the same boundaries.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm confused. Yeah. I'm like, why is she why are you allowed to have boundaries? Because she always pulls the child card too.
I know.
Why are you allowed to have boundaries? And Ariana's not.
Yeah.
And also Ariana is not like hiding. Like she's still filming. She's going to all these events where Tom is at and she hates this man.
Yeah.
He just screwed her over 3 months prior to this. And it's authentic of her for her to be like, I don't want to talk to you.
I also think that it's pretty even keel when she's like, how are we supposed to know, when you're going to want to be with him, when you don't want to be with him, when you live under the same roof? What, like, we're all confused. I'm like, actually, I think it's it all actually is lined up where her boundary is, I don't want to talk to this man, but I can be in the same room with him.
Yeah.
I will film. It is fine. Guess what? I'm in the same house as him, but I don't see him. I don't cross paths. I don't talk to him. I think that all those boundaries actually add up. They're
Right.
all the exact same. And she's made it a big point of why they need to still live together, because they can't come to a decision on the house.
And it's financial.
Selling it. It's financial. And so it's like, that's huge. And we know in this economy right now, houses are expensive, and
they're only going up.
They're only going up, and those interest rates only going up.
Everything's going
Tune in for our finance podcast.
It would be like, we don't know anything except everything's just
everything's going up. Everything's going up.
Everything's going up.
Eggs going up.
Soup
going up. So yeah, I think I LaLa was very, I felt really sad too at the end when Andy asked LaLa if she regrets anything that she said,
no.
And she said no. And she would say it all over again.
Yeah,
like she said, she
but
feels bad
LaLa.
for no, that was Ariana. She was like, I can understand the pain, but I don't understand the insults.
Yeah, which is a great line.
I think so too. And for Ariana to even acknowledge, like, yeah, you can feel upset.
You can feel frustrated.
You can feel frustrated, but you don't need to hurl insults at me like that. That says, I think I'm Beyonce.
Because Ariana was I honestly think this was her best performance yet.
Agreed.
I think that she was
better than last reunion.
Last reunion, she was horrible.
Yeah.
And she was angry. That was like 2 weeks after. But she was so calm, cool, and collected. She listened to everyone. She had a response that was her, like, how she felt about the situation, but it was always taking into consideration how the other person might have felt, even if the other person felt completely different than she did. I'm just going to use Sheena as an example. I feel like she handled that.
Oh my gosh.
She handled her and Sheena's situation with Tom so well, because Sheena was begging to be Tom's friend the entire season. And that would
bother you.
That would bother you. However, she's like, I can see why you're fighting for this. Yeah. She's very she's like, I can understand why you're fighting for this, but I need to set this boundary with you can't talk about it to me.
Exactly.
And she handled it gently. She handled it calmly. And then even at the end, when she said that frustrated line, she was like, I get why you're frustrated. She was saying that to Sheena. Wasn't she?
No, because she said, I understand the frustration, but I don't understand the insults to LaLa.
Oh, okay.
But she said to Sheena, like,
your family.
You're family. You're always family. You're always going to be family. Like, reassuring her.
Yeah.
Like,
and even when Lisa brought up with Ariana, how she was like, I wish that you would just let us in, not isolate yourself as so much. Like, if we send you a text, text us back.
Yeah.
She didn't fight that.
No.
She was like, yeah, okay. I do isolate myself.
Yeah.
And
there were a couple things that Ariana did say, like, yeah, I do that.
I do that. Mm-hmm. We all do things like that. And so I thought Ariana was actually very humble.
I think so too.
And she didn't have to be.
No.
But she was. And so I was Team Ariana.
I kind of think she had to be. Last reunion,
she wasn't. Last reunion, she was bad.
She was angry, but also you can understand. I know, but oh, man,
she was mean.
Yeah, but she was
really mean.
Yeah.
But they were all mean.
They all were mean.
Last reunion was a horrible.
A storm.
With another word in front of it. You know what I mean?
I know.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know if we could curse on here.
I feel like if we
I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Look at the shows we're watching.
That's
we cursed.
That's true.
So I couldn't stand LaLa.
I couldn't either.
And I loved when Ariana's like, yeah, we can't get a word in. You're always right because you talk louder than everyone else.
Yeah.
It's true. That's true. LaLa's personality. It's very much I command a room because I am so firm and loud and like
Yep.
she speaks in absolutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you can't fight with someone like that.
No.
They're unwilling to see anyone else's side.
Yeah.
I don't know how this show is redeemable.
I don't either. I don't know if now Ariana wants to film with LaLa and Tom. So it's
or it seems like LaLa, she's not friends with anyone except Sheena.
Yeah, LaLa
So
said
like,
at
if
the
you're
end,
gonna say this is like such an authentic show where we're real friends and we show our real lives, you're
Yeah.
actually not friends with them.
right, exactly.
You're only friends with Sheena.
Well, and that's the thing is LaLa said, she was like, at the end of the day, she was like, I don't see any of these people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So
I don't
is
care
that
about
genuine?
Katie. I don't care about
So
this.
then
So it's like, so you hanging out with everyone during the season
is inauthentic.
and trying to like be friends and everything. It's like, yeah, is that authentic?
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like you're showing up for a day of filming.
Yeah, exactly.
And she even referred to the show as a job, and it is countless times. Like, this is our job, this is our livelihood, this is this. And I think that's how she sees it. It's a paycheck. And even Ariana said that, like, I think that me leaving actually guaranteed you your paycheck next season.
Exactly.
Because she needed to call that out in a way that was like very evident to like everyone else. Like, we all don't need this paycheck.
Right.
Even LaLa
Right.
doesn't need it anymore based off like social media stuff and like podcasting and everything. But like, you keep referring to us as authentic and friends, and then on the same sentence at the end of that saying this is a job, we need to show up for our job.
Right.
So what is it?
Yeah. What is it?
I'm glad we have the same hot take.
I am too, because that would have been really awkward.
It would have been so awkward.
So last but not least, Tom and Ariana.
Oh yeah.
Crying to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I was moved.
It was real.
It was real. You could tell, because I'll be honest, like, and I'm glad they said it too, because I feel like everyone's been saying it, or I mean, I've been saying it, but I never know when Tom is actually pretending or telling the truth. Like, I never know if his tears are real or if they're crocodile tears. And so I'm like, are you being authentic? Like, I don't know. Like, are you acting right now? I really, really don't know. Like, I want to know. And I want him to be real, but I just don't know. And that's when she said too, she's like, I can't tell when it's real. And for the first time ever, the first half of it, of him crying, it felt real.
Yeah.
And his feet, he was turned, his feet were up on Lisa's chair. Like he was like moving his arms.
He was talking to
Ariana. And like, you could tell like the oomph in his voice and like actual face and the crying and the words coming out of his mouth, that it felt real. Like, he felt really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And
he actually did say sorry. And
he didn't say but.
He didn't say but. That's what I was going to say. He took accountability.
Yeah. He took accountability. He said
for the first
sorry.
time ever. Like, literally ever.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he actually didn't say but.
Yeah, I know.
He always says but this is why I reacted that way.
I'm sorry I did that, but I did it because
are blah, 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 blah. Exactly. It was just, I did this. I ruined us.
Mm-hmm.
I did this to you. I messed up. And left it at that. And he's like, and he wasn't even asking. He's like, I know you don't forgive me and you don't want to see me. I totally understand that.
Yeah,
I just want
think
you
that
to
was
know.
good. He said that too.
I think so too.
I understand why you don't want me.
And it just sucks though, because that happened before they showed the end of the trailer. Or sorry, the end of the episode.
Did it?
It happened before. And it made me so upset, because that could have been a really good moment for them.
Yeah.
But then she was mad all over again.
Because he
at
said
the
it
end,
looks great for me.
It looks great for me. At the end, when Ariana walks off and he starts talking all this crap about her, and he's like, looks great for me, looks great for me. She's like, you proved me right there, that it's just all for show.
Yeah.
You were going to just do this and make this redemption arc for show. Like, it's not real. But I get it too, that like, that was then. And I do still believe that apology before.
Yeah. But it was just dampened by.
Yeah. It just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And listen, I cannot imagine, like, I try and I too easily put myself in other people's shoes and empathize with people and feel their feelings. So if I were Ariana, I would not want to look at that
No.
loser in the face. Like, I am amazed that
Mhm.
she still showed up for all of those things with him. I am amazed. You could not pay me enough
No.
to be around somebody that hurt you that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I literally am amazed by her.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, she was doing what she needed to do
Yeah.
for the show. LaLa.
LaLa. LaLa.
I agree. Like, Taylor, friend of show, my ex-boyfriend, we're good now. But like
Yeah.
when we broke up, I remember calling my mom and being like, Wilmington is so small. We have all the same friends. Do I need to move back to
What
Dallas?
do I do? Yeah.
And
Exactly.
we had we had a normal breakup.
Right.
Not like a
Can't
7-month
imagine.
affair
Yeah.
in my house.
In my house. Like, that is bonkers. Like, I don't know. That's someone who has a new girlfriend.
That's someone who has a new girlfriend.
Tom.
Yeah. But they broke up already.
What?
Yeah.
When?
Did you hear about the Watch What Happens Live?
Oh my goodness. No, I just heard about the girlfriend.
He had a girlfriend.
She was super pretty.
She's a model.
She's a
she used to
model,
date
too.
Leo DiCaprio.
Yes.
And I guess like he and Jax were on Watch What Happens Live a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
The ones
And
dating
she was
models.
there in the audience and like everything was whatever, normal. And then they all went out after. And there's like, I don't know if it was their Instagram story or someone documented on like an Instagram story that there was like a big fight between Jax and Tom, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Out in New York City, and like she was involved, and like then reports came out that like they're done.
What?
Like they broke up. And like I think people are
Was she the model that was dating both of them?
So I think that people are creating rumors that like Jax was like hitting on his girlfriend or something like that. I don't know. Who knows what's true?
Who knows?
But apparently they were already broken up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, never mind.
Maybe they got
Can't-
back together.
can't
I don't
keep
know. I can't keep up with these people.
I can't keep up.
Mhm.
But I like Dan. Ariana's boyfriend.
I know that was
He's
just,
really
it was
sweet.
just so funny. But I like Dan. That's gonna be the podcast episode.
But I
title.
like Dan.
I like Dan.
Honestly, if you take anything away from this, these people are crazy, but I like Dan.
We like Dan.
he seems like a
He
nice
seems
guy.
normal. And when they were like trying to question him, like
He's-
why didn't he want to film?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be on the show.
Yeah, he doesn't
Like
want to
this show
be on
is
the show.
crazy.
Yeah.
He wants to date Ariana, but he doesn't want to be on the show.
He's
that
like-
again is genuine.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to San Francisco with you because, like Ariana said, when everyone else is talking over her, she's like, he has friends in San Francisco. Like, he can go off and do his thing, and then we come back together. Guess what? We're not always filming.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend time together when we're not filming, and he doesn't have to be in the same room as Tom.
Yeah. Who
Like,
would want
who
that?
would want that? Like, I'm sorry.
Ariana doesn't even want it, but she is contractually obligated to do
Exactly.
it, and she showed up.
Exactly.
LaLa.
And that's the thing. It's like LaLa.
I'm so mad at LaLa.
when she says, well, Dan wasn't getting paid, and it's not that like, well, he would if he would show up if he was getting paid. No, it's he's not getting paid. I'm getting paid, so I have to be there.
That's
It's
what she was trying
not-
to say.
Yeah, exactly. Not the opposite of like, well, he would be there if he was being paid. It's like, no.
no. The point is the
The
opposite.
point is the literal opposite. We both would rather not be there, but I have to be there because I'm being
getting
paid.
Exactly. Because it's my job.
So, and he was so kind to everyone when he was in a scene together filming.
Even
with
Tom.
them. Even Tom, like he was firm with him. He didn't have to give him smiles and rainbows and
Yeah,
all
but
that.
he wasn't
but he
mean.
wasn't mean. I think stand-up guy with lovely hair.
The hair is actually kind of freaky to me.
The hair, I want to know, what does he do? Nutrafol?
He's never
like. I'm really amazed.
he's getting sponsorships if he doesn't.
Like, surely
He's never had a haircut in his life.
you don't think so?
It's down past his butt crack.
Yeah, but your hair is really long. You've cut it lots of times in your life.
Okay.
Your
I'm
hair is
sure he had haircuts
almost-
when he was a kid.
Your hair is almost to your butt crack.
In his adult life, it seems like he's just gotten trims. He
Yeah.
just be letting that thing grow. And how he puts
It's
it up in a
amazing.
bun
I
like
love
that,
it.
and it doesn't even look as
I
long
just
as
love
him.
it.
You love Dan.
I love Dan, but I like Dan.
I don't really know what else there is to say. I think that like predictions, like if you had to put a percentage on how much you think that the show's coming back, what would you say?
80%.
You think it's coming back 80%?
Yeah.
Right now I'm going to go 60-40.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll come back.
So what type of money are we putting on it?
I don't know. Like,
You got
what are you going to get?
I don't
No.
get much.
Did we just not have our finance talk? Soup.
Soup is going up.
Soup's going up. Everything's going
We
up.
have no money.
We have no
I'll
money.
bet you 1 can of soup.
Yeah, which like if you want me to have money, listeners, subscribe to my YouTube.
Right?
We don't get paid for this.
Subscribe.
No, I think it could go either way.
Valley?
Valley's
I'm
coming
betting
back.
100%.
Valley's coming back. But I think that's also the beauty of like a season one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people don't know the I don't know the formula of
Yeah.
reality TV, so it really is just all real drama.
Truly.
And so
It's
instead
just
of like,
craziness.
I mean, LaLa goes into a scene knowing how to conduct herself, how to create a storyline, and Sheena and all those people who've been on TV for so
Yeah.
long.
And you could tell like they are so aware of the cameras too at the same time though, because like even when Nia is sitting at the dinner with Dan and he curses, and then she's like, "You just cursed at me on live
On
television
national television.
in front of a million people."
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, that's the first thing on their minds because they've never done this before.
Yeah.
Like it's not inauthentic, but it's like they're just still trying to get used to this whole thing.
But
too.
I actually enjoy as a viewer when the fourth wall is broken
Me
like
too.
that
Me too.
because we know.
because it's real.
We're
Everyone
not dumb.
knows. Everyone knows. We aren't.
We don't
dumb.
think that like we're like on the Truman, like we're the Truman Show. Just,
Right.
like we know there's a
We don't
camera
think
crew.
that there's hidden cameras around their house,
Yeah.
just catching them off guard.
Right.
And they don't realize.
So overall, that was a great
Great.
ending.
I think so.
Great ending of Vanderpump Rules. We'll see the ending to the Valley soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in.
Thank you.
I hope that
guys.
you watch the shows. If
Okay.
not, you must really like us. Oh, one last thing I was gonna say because you listen to the toast. You
I
still,
do.
You still listen to the toast.
Yeah.
Are you so annoyed that Jackie is so Team LaLa?
I didn't really realize that she was super late.
She's obsessed with LaLa.
Really?
And it's not that I've ever been anti LaLa until this really reunion.
Honestly, till this third reunion
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, girl, just.
But I'm like, Jackie, don't do this.
Yeah, that is.
Don't fall for
That
this.
is weird. Don't fall for this.
Yeah.
You need to watch the other. You need to watch.
I need,
seasons.
I need to go back and watch.
Yeah.
All right, listeners. Well, I love you so much. And again, thank you for being patient with this episode dropping on Thursday, but you don't know what day it is. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining me, Melly. And we'll talk to you when we talk to you. Bye. Oh my gosh. Bye.